Hi everybody, we're back.
Yes, we're back.
Hi Jeannie.
Hi, Michael.
Shall we continue our conversation about language taboos?
I think so. So, well, in the dialogue, right, between the taxi driver and the man,
Yes.
that's right.
Yes.
It's right, includes lots of things, right, people usually don't say, right?
Well, at least people in the USA don't.
Okay.
Right. So part of what was being expressed is sometimes you think someone's being rude. Really, they're not. They just do things differently from the way you do it.
Yes, I think the taxi driver is just trying to be friendly.
Yes, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. At the same time, some people can be sensitive about questions like weight, appearance,
Yes.
and age.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the taxi driver is a little bit talkative.
He is talkative and just trying to be friendly.
Yes.
I agree.
Do you think, right, you ever met rude taxi drivers in Taiwan?
You know, honestly, I have met taxi drivers who I didn't think were that nice,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think I've ever met one that I thought was speaking rudely to me.
Yes, the subjects you just mentioned,
Mhm.
right, these topics, I think it's really common for Taiwanese to ask
Right.
each other and even
Yes.
right, among family members, right? Just
That's
trying
exactly
to,
right.
Yeah, know what's going on, right?
It
in
is.
Each other's life.
I totally agree. And at the same time, you know, sometimes we ask a question and it's an innocent question, but the person who hears the question can hear it as though it's rude. Didn't you tell me a story about a student and a professor?
Yes, I think it's my freshman year
I see.
in university.
I see.
It's actually the first day.
Interesting.
And one of my friends was really upset that day.
Uh-oh, what
so
happened?
I asked her why.
Right, right.
And she said that, well, okay, it's about the end of the class.
Yeah.
So she thought it's okay to ask, right, the professor, even it's their first meeting,
Sure.
some questions. And she
A personal
was,
question.
Yes, a
Interesting.
personal question. And she thought that's okay.
Sure.
So she asked that male professor, is like, okay, do you have a girlfriend?
Interesting.
And-
his response was he
None?
felt
Yeah, his response is a little bit straightforward.
Ah.
Maybe too direct sometimes.
what
So
did he say?
He actually said, none of your business.
A strong remark.
Yes, I
Maybe-
agree.
Maybe too strong.
Yes, she was hurt.
I see. So sometimes, if we feel a question is rude and we make a strong response back, we may actually hurt the feelings of the person to whom we're responding.
Yes, I think
Interesting.
right for a girl right about 18, right? She
Right.
has no idea, right? Probably this kind of question is not appropriate to ask a person at the first meeting, right?
I see. You know what? I need to be more aware of those kind of dynamics. So then his response, that's none of your business, was actually rude.
Yes.
Interesting, interesting.
I think perhaps the professor wanted to remind her that, right? Usually we don't ask, right, people such, right, personal question at the first meeting.
Interesting.
But I think, right, he needed to say that first.
Yes,
Yes.
just to make it a more soft response, a less,
Make it sounds more like a reminder.
Yes.
Instead of
Wow.
really like a strong
yes.
response that right hurt her.
You know, that's a great reminder for me. At the same time, another language taboo might be, or maybe a social language taboo, could that be religion and politics, for instance?
I think so, right? Even close friends or family members, right? Perhaps they will argue, right, with each other on these subjects. And perhaps, right, because, right, they are close to each
Right.
other, so they think it's okay, right, to express, right, their true
Right.
thinking.
Right. Yes, I can see exactly what you mean. Speaking of taboos, again, did you tell me that you think at least from your experience, that swearing can be a taboo?
Yes.
Cursing words, swearing
Mhm.
words, what we call four-letter words.
Yes, I think right in our reading, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we talk about right. People usually don't use swear words or
Right.
cursing words in America or in right European countries because, well, sometimes right these kind of words may be okay, right?
Yes.
In
In some
daily
context.
conversation, right? If
In
you're
some
talking with
situations.
your body,
Sure.
and perhaps right, like in Taiwan, some guys like to start the conversation, use some cursing words, just
Maybe.
trying to say, okay, we are close with each
Yes,
other
I
and
see.
being friendly.
And familiar.
But I guess it's a different thing, right, for formal right situations.
Well, of course. You know, I've been lucky in my life. I've
Mhm.
worked in more than a couple kinds of situations. Example, I worked in construction
Mhm.
and I worked also in corporations.
Okay.
When you're on a construction site, it's almost mandatory to use a lot of cursing words. When you transition to a corporate office, you do not use a lot of cursing words. Though I will tell you this, it is normal for people to use these words in private.
Yes.
Some people do, some people don't.
Yes. And well, our reading says, right, sometimes if you use inappropriate words, right, people may get the impression that you did not get, right, well, good education.
Interesting, interesting. I think in some situations that's probably true. We definitely associate a lower educational level with a smaller vocabulary. Sometimes people express themselves with cursing words. It's my understanding when they do not have the vocabulary to express themselves in another way. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think like in the film, right, My Fair Lady.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. Yes,
the
yes.
leading lady, her pronunciation and her vocabulary are both limited, right?
I see.
So she needs right to take some instructions right from
I
a
see.
linguistic professor to learn right how to right speak
Oh.
and make she sounds like a lady from the high society instead
Oh.
of a girl right selling flowers on the streets.
Oh, I see. Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, look, what are some things that are not taboo? What can I say that's okay?
Well, I guess right there are some safe subjects or not so safe subjects then.
Such as the
Such
weather?
as- yeah, the weather would be a really safe subject.
For
I guess.
example, how would maybe I'm talking to somebody at a 7-Eleven and we begin a kind of a small conversation. You might say to me,
Mhm.
"It's a beautiful day outside today."
Yes, I think it's a safe starter,
I
right,
think you're
for a
right.
conversation.
I
It's
see.
like, yeah, of course, right. Usually, right, for both right parties, right,
Right.
they meet for the first time.
Sure.
So it perhaps right, weather is a good point, right, to start.
That makes
then.
perfect sense. And then another safe subject, would that be, what are your plans for this evening or this weekend?
Yes, I think they are safe subjects.
I think you're right, such as, well, it's a beautiful day. I think I'm going to meet my friend in the park for a picnic, and maybe after that, we'll go to a movie together.
Okay.
Something like that?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
that
great.
would be a safe subject.
So
then.
let me see. Avoid a person's weight and maybe age.
Yes, about age.
Interesting.
Some right female right would be really sensitive right to
Sure.
the question of
That's
age.
normal in America. I would say it's kind of a standard rule, do not ask a lady about her age.
So I think everybody wants to look right, young and energetic in a way or another.
Yes,
So-
I think you're
so
absolutely
I
right.
guess That's why, right?
Okay, so let me think. Taboos. Age, weight, salary.
Mm-hmm. Salary
not-
could be.
It's
a
not polite to
taboo.
ask about how much money you make.
Yes.
Religion and politics, probably not.
Mhm.
Cursing,
Mm.
depends on the situation, but probably not. Okay subjects, weather,
Mhm.
plans for this evening or this weekend. And I think another great subject is language education.
Okay.
And
How would you think?
Well, just the conversation that we're having today.
Mhm.
And I hope everybody's enjoyed listening to us talk about language taboo.
Okay, I will see you next time.
All right, see you later.
See you.
Okay, great. Let's see how much you comprehended from our conversation. Question 1. Can you tell me the things that we talked about which might be taboos to discuss?
So I guess we discussed, right, a lot of them. So maybe you can list, right, several of them, then you're good. And here's my question. If, right, it's your first day in college, what would you say to your classmates? Please, right, make a list of at least 3 subjects you think it's good to discuss with your new classmates. So here is the questions for this unit. See you next time.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Yes.